Money website. There is much more going on than meets the eye. The adventure begins here.
Cool.
And that's how trades are done on CS Money. With Hellcase multi-cases, you're no longer restricted by random case opening mechanisms. Now, you are able to pick any of the cells containing skins and actually determine what you win. Use the promo code and dive right in.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pro2 versus 3D Max. Game is now live. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome. StarSeries qualifier for the European region. 3D Max and Pro2 getting underway here for the knife round. So, as we know, 3D Max underwent some roster changes after players got picked up by G2. So, we see Fearoff and Hadji come into the roster. Hadji, of course, recently played on Imperial. Fearoff, I believe, had a couple of matches with Smoke Criminals, but I believe the rest of his history is a mystery. So, Pro2, of course, surprisingly, in a very sort of unstable scene of the CIS scene, have actually kept a pretty good roster. Yakinda is the latest addition, and he came into the team a few months ago. So it's clear that these guys have been working out. They've been working together in practice, so obviously there is some good team chemistry there. But first map here is on Dust2. This was the map pick of 3D Max. Pro2 will be on Nuke for their map pick, which is the second of this best of three. But of course, if you are looking to place bets on this game, you can of course check the odds right here. 1.83 to 1.89 in the favor of 3D Max. So, as we get into this game, 3D Max going to be starting on the CT side, which for me is even a downfall. Especially considering that Dust2 is notoriously T-sided. Especially considering the fact that, especially with the new meta, it is much more of a T-sided affair. But we'll see how both teams do square up here. 3D Max, of course, starting on the CT side. Have the defuse kit on to Hadji. 2 flashbangs as well, so he's taken the utility and the most important piece of equipment on this round so far. Pro2, on the other hand, they have the set of utility onto Kenzo. The rest will just be manning the Kevlar, apart from Def. Although I'm not too sure where his money went. I'm going to assume utility as well. However, 3D Max, they will be receiving an A-bomb site push by Prosto. A drop inside of CT, and Fearoth will be trying to gather some info. Ivan finds the initial frag onto Maka, David P trades, but not only that, he takes out a second as well. Flarich and Kenzor both able to trade, but into that 3-on-2. Hadji may be a little bit of aware of a player towards long, but it will not be a problem for these CTs. What is a huge problem is that bomb goes down and Hadji's in a 1-on-3. Both Death and Flarich have been tagged, and he will be able to shut down Death. Gives up his position though, and Flarich, he has all the info in the world, translating it to Kenzor, and as he aims up toward that short position, Hadji coming on in. Shut down by Flarich in a first round for Prosto. A nice little opener by that T side as they grab a very vital pistol. 3D Max, on the other hand, well, they'll be down to one eco round before they can afford a buy. Gives a chance for Prosto to get these sort of submachine gun weapons, build up a little bit of a bank balance. $600 per kill from weapons like the MP5 and MAC-10 on display in this round. So, Prosto looking to utilize these, get themselves a nice little money bonus going into the third round. Still, 3D Max, they will be playing somewhat of a map-sided stack, whereas we see 2 players toward the B-bomb site, 3 inside of mid. Yakinda will already shut down Maka, so this should be pretty much how the round progresses. There's no Kevlar, there's no real weaponry, a lack of utility on the CT side. 3D Max shouldn't typically have anything to really put into this roster that will cause a storm. Yakinda finding 2 kills, his third of the round, and finally shut down by Jinx. He will be able to secure an MP5 to play with. Fearoth and Jinx remain. 4-on-2 is that bomb. Pushes up towards A-long. The plant will be successful. No doubt about that. And there you go. Flarich taking out both of these kills. We will see 3D Max now into their first gun round. Jinx, of course, on the AUG. A gun, along with the SG553, that has come into the meta quite nicely with the recent adjustments. Prosto, of course, 4 AKs. Keeping a MAC-10 in the field, though. Not choosing to upgrade that, but do have so much utility compared to that CT side. Luckily, Fearoth does have a defuse kit, but it's the only one on the field, which could be a little bit unfortunate for the CT side, but that remains to be discussed. 3D Max. We'll be looking to at least guarantee a couple of opening kills. If they can sort of deny the initial push from Prosto, it gives them a great opportunity to actually close out the round. That is a task in itself. Prosto make their way over toward the A-bomb site. Maka will shut down Death early in the round. A nice play so far, but Yakinda trades once. Great damage done by the CTs, though, as Hadji picks off Kenzor. A nice trade by both Yakinda and Flarich. Maka is stuck behind this sort of smoke here. Jinx and Maka will both frag out, though, as Yakinda is now left on 16 points of health. And Jinx, a pretty simple frag for that scoped rifle. So, 3D Max finding their first round here in this best of 3. Prosto, they will be able to afford that buy round. We even will see an AWP in the hands of Ivan. 3D Max looking to tie these scores up here, though, and definitely a possibility to do so. Even so, Prosto, if they were to lose this round, would most likely be down to an eco, which is definitely not good on a T side. Not with the way the new money system works. 3-man stack towards A-long for 3D Max is mostly a default setup. Maka, though, going absolutely insane as he is able to find the 2 opening frags. Deft does return the same for Flarich. Hadji trying to gather some key information on these players. But will be able to shut down Flaric. Ivan finds one of his own and now into a 2-on-2. Jinx to eliminate Ivan, and death is all that remains. You have a little bit of a slow push coming in from Hadji as he is taking his time up short. They do have some decent bomb time left, but they have to be quick. Both players do have defuse kits as Death tries to reposition. Hadji able to shut him off. Plenty of time to defuse that bomb. Second round for 3D Max. And as they take the lead, or about to, depending how this round goes, Prosto, what do they want to do? Do they want to go for the buy round, or do they want to just go for the semi-buy? Take some pistols. They've completely invested into this round, whatever was possible. Couple of AKs, a few pistols. Or a single pistol. A scout and a Galil as well. For me, not the safest of buy rounds for Prosto. Definitely some uncertainties with the weaponry of choice. Could have just gone for an eco. And guaranteed a buy in the next, but 3D Max. Well, we will see them with somewhat of an elevated chance to grab a third round. Especially on a CT side, holding a lead is very valuable. But still, with 1 minute 5 left on the clock, all 5 players of Prosto situated toward this middle position. Wanting to move as an entire unit when they make their plays here. They have 50 seconds left, but 2 players towards A long for 3D Max could be the stir and the storm that they need. As Maka and Hadji both able to find kills. We'll see a little bit of a rotation made by the rest of 3D Max here as again, Maka will be looking to even find a further frag. Whips out the USP to do so. Hadji is there to find it though. Bomb will go down here on the A-bomb site. They've given up the entire site and allowed Prosto to secure that bomb plant. Fearoff will be able to find one, leaving Kentor. Maka even kills his own teammate, but it will not matter. 3-2 as 3D Max get themselves a further round here. Well, that is awkward. What went on there then? Ah, I know why. There we go. So, Prosto down to pistols this time. As we will see, that CT side should be able to gain themselves a nice little barrier in the round here. A great grenade for inside of mid. Puts these Prosto players already at disadvantage. You can see their HP beginning to dwindle. Kenzo pushes inside of mid. Fearoff will be able to find the initial frag, AUG in hand. Maka with this AWP should be in a prime location. Flashbang's able to push him out for now, but they won't keep him at bay for long. But once again, Prosto able to get another bomb plant here on the A-bomb site. That is something 3D Max do need to change. Maka being tagged down as well as Ivan, able to find the kill. Luckily, Hadji is there to reply. They shut them all down and it will be a 4th round. But again, this A-bomb site being really overran by Prosto during these eco rounds where it is so required for a bomb plant. But nevertheless, it is going to be 4-2. Prosto back onto their full buy round this time. AWP in the hands of Ivan, who looks to try and Grabs some info through mid-doors. Not going to. Those grenades could deal a little bit of damage, but they won't. Just keeping themselves safe for now, as Prosto will have a lot of utility to be able to keep this up with. 3D Max, they will play a little bit of a boost towards A long as we see Hadji put onto the blue box. Once more, 3D Max's A bomb site setup allows Prosto to really abuse this short push, because as soon as they get this utility over, they do call back the rotation of Maka, but flashbangs can easily force him out of position. This is what they need to do. They finally realize that Prosto like this A short push. Again, Maka has been forced back. Luckily, we'll be able to spot Def on the edge of the smoke. Yakinda looking to remain safe as he tries to peek across. Maka spotted, but will begin to back away. Again, there's no real rotation made by this side of 3D Max just yet. Once more, they have given up this A bomb site. Kenzor shuts down fear of bomb is successfully planted. There's 3D Max. Look to try and complete the retake. Two players backed off toward deep short. Yakinda by the barrels. They're typically all grouped up together here. Jinx trying to at least trade, but Flarich comes in with two. Makes it a third as well. Maka is able to eventually pick him off. Yakinda will slaughter him to finish. 4-3. And 3D Max, one round away from the scores being tied up early here. Prosto, on the other hand, will be going into their bye round. Should be somewhat successfully as well. Not really focused toward the B bomb site at all. We'll have a couple of players splitting toward lower tunnel, but nothing too major. No real B-bomb site fast pushes with flashes or anything of the sort, really. I do really like that boost from Maka. It's spotted instantly by Prosto, however. Still, this is 3D Max's map pick, so especially on a CT side, rounds like these are very important. Fear of taking the AWP, the secondary AWP, will be able to tag Ivan through the door. If David P receives a flash from Maka, this could be great, but he is forced back. Kenzor, of course, not spotted, sat in the close angle. Even so, 3D Max right now, if they can force Prosto out of this round, the money on that T side is hardly the strongest. Maka with a nice peek, but angle has been missed. Beautiful position by David P, though. Double stacking that short peek means once they hear that first player drop down, they believe it to be clear. Flash is good. Yakinda will find a frag as they begin to try and push inside of middle. Def does get shut down by David P as they head toward this B bomb site. Jinx is there to find one. Kenzor shuts him down, though. That bomb should safely be planted. Time is ticking. David P might even try to deny it, but he won't be able to do so. It's three play. Ooh, the spray from David P nearly connecting there. Kenzor picking up the AUG. The longer they sit and wait, the more time ticks for 3D Max. Spots out the first David P to trade. Flarich left in a 1-on-2, but a beautiful position for him to take. Hadji sniffs it out, though. We'll have enough time to eventually land the defuse. They have the defuse kit. 5-3, and Prosto give up another round to the CT side of 3D Max. Again, they have guaranteed themselves a bomb plant. And off of the back of that, they will actually go for the force buy. know the money of 3D Max can't be the strongest. They're winning rounds, but they're also killing a number of players each and every time. Still a nice little double boost here. Def. Oh, he finds himself too, but Maka. Swift trade from inside of CT spawn. Makes it back into a 3-on-3. The flank from Hadji shuts off Flaric. Maka again looking to reposition. Spots Ivan and shuts him off as well. Kenzor into a 1-on-3. A Galil in hand. And Prosto might just be down to an eco for the next round. Unless 3D Max can fall apart in this round. It should be them taking a 6-3 lead. Ooh, Hadji, did he spot the push there? I believe he did. Preemptively scoped unless he had info from Maka. 6-3, however, in Prosto, they will be down to an eco. As you can see, the odds provided by GG.Bet favoring 3D Max in this game, but only slightly. 1.83 to 1.89 here on Dust2. Even so, we will see a push out towards A long from the T side. Able to find 2 kills off of the back of it. Yakinda with that Glock. Overpowering. Bieroth trying to gather the peaks. Play for the information. Oh, but look at David P from behind. Has he been spotted by Ivan? Oh, he definitely hasn't. Bomb has been dropped. Allows the boost to be made in Jinx. Finds another frag. Yakinda won't survive for long. 7-3. A dominant lead so far by 3D Max. Prosto now into their buy round. Not too sure on whether we'll see an AWP or not. We definitely won't. The money won't stretch that far. However, we will see again the triple stack by 3D Max towards A long. That single player to throw the extra piece of utility. It just saves, you know, a Molotov and a smoke being wasted by a player that does need to hold A long in the sort of later round. Just makes it much more convenient. Def with a nice first frag. Maka able to trade one. Has to throw that Molotov. Goes for the boost play though. David P up above that smoke. Maka actually may be sacrificing himself to try and play for the information, because David P could have such a valuable piece of info right now as he finds the first and even a second as well. Yakinda able to trade, but he's down to 4 points of health. Flaric dead through the smoke, and it's just Yakinda that remains. The bomb dropped outside of window. Hadji's a little vacant toward that sort of middle area, but with only 6 points of health, 4 points of health remaining now, it looks like a very hard task. He will be able to find one, down to 2 points of health. The bomb does have to be retrieved. As soon as he does, Hadji will have the angle. Oh, but Yakinda, the AUG scope going to prevail. 7-4. As Pros, though, get themselves a very valuable round. Brings 3D Max into a sort of semi-buy situation. Hadji down to a deagle. Prosto looking to try and bankrupt 3D Max here. But even so, 3D Max, once again, giving up this A bomb site. They need to learn this. Luckily, Maka has a beautiful angle through the top of that smoke, but they can't rely on situations like this every single time. The bomb will be planted. It might force 3D Max into an early save. But as Prosto on the exit, David P able to find the first kill. Keeping 4 players alive, especially the AWP, is a valuable end to the round. We're still giving up one that could have been very much prevented if 3D Max set themselves up better. Prosto, on the other hand, a chance to make this 7-6 as 3D Max can't really choose to invest much more into this round, or else their economy for the penultimate will be shady to say the least. I do like this play from 3D Max though, boosting David P and Fearoth and Hadji all up towards the A short push. It's a very nice angle. Kenzor tagged, but not really too much damage dealt to him early in the round. So, Flarich trying to breach a long. Maka is stood there holding with that AWP. As soon as anyone goes for a peek, it's going to be such a hard push to complete. But a lot of flashbangs will force them out. Maka drops the bomb though. Dives through the edge of the smoke. Fearoth will find a frag as well. Gets himself a second with the deagle, and Yakinda's left in a 1-on-2. Fearoth has got himself a nice position though. Molotov'd out. Must have been spotted on his way in, but Jinx could be the man to ruin it all. We've seen Yakinda in a situation like this before, but this time he will not prevail. 3D Max winning somewhat of an eco round. Did have a couple of weapons, even an AWP, but it was hardly the most expensive round 3D Max could have been in. So, Prosto have called for a little bit of a pause. Nice to see the admin keeping up with the pause times. Making sure that professional ruling is applied. Always good to see. But here we go. Prosto for the first time in, I believe their T side might actually be dedicating themselves towards somewhat of a B bomb site hit. They're down to pistols for this one. Have invested pretty much all of their economy, but if it goes wrong, this final round of the first half is going to be very difficult. Many of the matches I've seen on Dust2 have been heavily T-sided, but not this one. 8 rounds on a CT side on Dust2 in the current state is actually a very good achievement. And already Maka utilizing his angle once again. They will give up the A bomb site once more. And the plant once again should be successful. Molotov goes down, but in a 5v4, 3D Max will have to be very precise on their retake. As soon as that smoke begins to fade, it will expose these Prosto players. Maka very close to nearly landing a shot there. Flash goes over. First head spotted. These angles like those really working out for an AWP. Maka gets the defuse. Or does he? No, he does not. Again, 3D Max. They can get those retakes as much as they like, but they have to be quicker about them. Time running out there. 8-6. Prosto saving themselves just slightly in the round. As we head into the final round of the first half. So, as the game goes live, 3D Max. Couple of M4s out on the field, but pistols as well. MP9 on David P. We might just be seeing an 8-7 half here, but on Dust2, again the CT side, not a bad achievement. Now going to see 3D Max dedicate 3 players towards A short. Flash goes over Ivan. Tries for the peak, but will back off knowing how many players reside there. Look at David P. How has he not spotted Ivan in that situation? They will begin to wrap towards A long though. Fearoth being caught off guard a little bit there. Kenzo will trade the frag back as he finds a second. Fearoth to deny, but Kenzo to shut down. Into a 2-on-3, favoring the T side, especially now that David P is out of the scenario. He spots out the first. Shuts down Kenzo, 2-on-1. As he tries to flank, Prosto will end things 8-7. A good end to the half by both teams, particularly. 3D Max not expected to get that many rounds on the CT side. Prosto battle back from a 7-3 scoreline to make it 8-7, so a nice little finish to the half for them, but switching over, of course. It will be 3D Max to take up the T side. As you can see on the leaderboard, Fearoth and Jinx below double-figure frags. Yukinder and Flarich being the most prevalent players on the Prosto side, though. And there we go, as we do get this second half underway. It is going to be a little bit of a tech pause, but bear with us. So, .3D Max here will most likely need a pistol round to keep themselves alive in this game. Of course, Dust2 notoriously T-sided, but with the way that Prosto performed, the CT side might even have more of a good time here. So it will be interesting to see how this pistol round does take place, just for the fact that it's needed by both teams to guarantee a decent lead at the start of this second half. So Prosto will have the defuse kit onto Ivan again with the 2 flashbangs. 3D Max will go for a couple of players with utility. The rest on the Kevlar. So interesting as well, Maka is going for a second utility play, able to guarantee a Molotov, as it will be a fast B push by 3D Max. Slowed down now though, but Def has to be a little bit careful here. Already peeked out that Molotov from Maka could really serve its purpose. But look at the flank coming in right here from Ivan. Oh, sorry, Kenzo. Shut down by Maka though. Yakinda trades once again, but he's down to low HP. Maka has to at least try and retreat. Yakinda picks off Hadji, and Flaric closes out Maka. The bomb stranded deep inside of tunnels, and Fearoth, little does he know that every single Prosto player is wrapping their way around to the tunnels to defend. Has to be very, very careful right now. But does have decent time left to play with. Still, surely they've worked out at this point that he is coming from the lower tunnels. And Ivan will swiftly take care of that. 8-8 scores are tied. .3D Max going to be taking the 1 eco round before the buy. Gives Prosto the opportunity to put themselves in a nice little position where they can at least guarantee a lead moving forward. How long that'll last is unknown. However, going to be stacking 3 players outside of a long. 3D Max are wanting to play the long game here, where they wait for Prosto to try and make that initial mistake and capitalize on it. They'll be firmly rooted towards a long though. Prosto have nothing to lose in this round. They can just sit around and wait all day if they want to. As Flaric able to open the account for this round already. David P shut down. Rotation to be made. That grenade could cause so much damage. Luckily, players were able to escape, but that one will. Ivan with the scout. Finds one. Jinx with a beautiful headshot to trade back, though. Enzor does have to be a little bit careful as Fearoth finishes him off. Flaric with the trade in return. AUG of Yakinda finishes off Flaric to close out the job. 9-8. But a very successful bomb plant by 3D Max to give them some great economy going into the next round. As you can see, it should be possible for an AWP to be played in this T-side round, and it definitely will. .3D Max bringing out the big guns now. Still, already Kenzor has been finished off early in this round. Fearoth looking for a slight mid-aggression. Grenade will deal around 30 to 40 damage. Jinx, though. It's off your Kinder. Fearoth. How is he still alive there? Finally gets shut down by death. He was alive for way too long, but still that bomb is on the B bomb site, ready to be planted. Smokes go down to keep Prosto at bay. We should be seeing an early save called already. Ivan. Spotted out by David P. Damage has been done, but he will back away, wants to keep hold of his life for now. Look at Flarich, though. Deep inside of T-Spawn. Spots out David P. He's being, you know, roughed around a little bit in this game. Hasn't really had too much of a break. But even so, a nice little round for 3D Max. Get themselves 9-9. Scores are tied. As Prosto will be forcing into this round. We see Ivan down to a scout. 2 AUGs in play, an AK save from the previous round. But this is where 3D Max can really start to put the pressure onto Prosto at this point, just for the fact that their money's going to be starting to get a little bit tight from here on out. Even so, 3D Max. This map much closer than I expected. Even so, 3D Max finally have collected the bomb. 2 players toward the A bomb site for Prosto. They were to attack now, 3D Max. It would be a prime time to do it. Kenz are in a great position to get any sort of middle information. Spam through the smoke. And David P left on 4 points of health. Ivan with the scout. Sees the smokes put down onto the A bomb site. And as they do go for the push, Ivan a little bit unaware of where these players are coming from. Molotov will force out Ivan. Bomb to be successfully planted. Even Fearoth getting himself a great position toward that lower tunnel angle if any players were to come in from the B positions. Prosto will be going for this retake, though. They push up toward the A site. Jinx to not only find the first, damage the second as well. Your Kinder trades, but 3 frags come in by this Prosto side. Time is ticking away. Maka has been spotted trying to live as long as possible. They will have that defuse confirmed, and Prosto, they reach double figures first here. 10-9 in 3D Max. What do they want to do? Because the economy is split across all these 5 players. Jinx and Fearoth don't have money. Maka, Hadji, David P, they all do. We should be seeing a force buy, and that is what will happen. But even so, Maka dead from top mid. Not able to survive for too long. Still Flarich. Teamed up with Ivan. Could be in such a great position right now as Ivan finds 2. Hadji surely doesn't expect him to be there. He won't yet trade for his teammate. Hadji, he has all the info in the world, but he's left in a 1-on-3. A nice 2k from him so far. I think he won't survive for much longer. 11-9. Prosto on this CT side beginning to form a nice little lead. 3D Max Their money not the strongest here. Should be down to pistols for this round, or even a full eco. But even so, Kenzor finding himself two nice little frags. Fearoth finally to dispossess him. Flarich trades twice, leaving David P in a 1-on-4. And there you go, Flarich to finish. Twelve to 9, 3D Max back onto the buy round. This is where Pro2 can really start to make an advantage. If they can eliminate the buy round of 3D Max, then it puts this French side in one of the worst positions. Especially as a T side with a rough economy. Just makes life so difficult. Kenzor. Luckily, not going for that peak, but the information has not yet been spotted. David P has managed to get himself in such a nice angle without Kenzor even realizing, but that gives the impression to Jinx that it's clear at this point. We'll be able to find the first frag, though. Yakinda comes in with a second. Still, they shouldn't realize the bomb is already out on the B bomb site right now, but Yakinda, David P able to capitalize on it. And that bomb should successfully be planted here. Which it is, but in a 4-on-2 it is very difficult. Jinx already taken out of the round and just David P remaining. Nice grenade. Able to get himself into a good angle. But Kenzor and Flarich able to finish. 13 to 9. Pro2 getting another round here on the CT side. But even so, as 3D Max, they will have to put up some form of buy in this round. Couple of rifles, a few pistols in there as well. Ooh, Yakinda, I don't think he was spotted as he crossed. He definitely wasn't, but he only finds one off of the back of that. Still a beautiful peek. Nice little trades made, though. 3-on-3. It was death. Peaks at the wrong moment. Maka able to capitalize. Bomb should be able to go down here on the B bomb site. Flash was very good, and Maka, once again, able to pick off a further player. Flarich will already go for the save. Does not want to challenge here, so gives the round up to 3D Max. But even so, as time ticks away, 3D Max, even trying to hunt for this final player. It's not particularly worth it, though. The CTs do have so much economy. Has been spotted, but he will remain alive. 13 to 10. 3D Max taking attack pause, though. I wonder if teams do adhere to the rules that if attack pause is called, the team that hasn't called the pause don't speak. I wonder if that happens. Who knows? I mean, with it being online, you can't particularly tell. Unless you do have admins in the voice calls, of course. But again, Prosto looking to battle for a further round. Why does Fearoth only have a Glock? I'm confused. There was money on Hadji and Maka to both buy him an AK, but for some reason, he is on a Glock. So that'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Ivan is already down to 20 points of health. With an AWP, you don't particularly need too many health points as long as you have quick reactions. Be able to shoot before you even get shot at. Still, Yakinda battling inside of middle. Kenzor able to capitalize. He shuts off Fearoth. Still right on the edge of this smoke. Ivan, there you go. That's the shot you needed to land. As David P taken out of the round. 5 on 3. 3D Max hardly in the best of positions here as Maka inside of mid. Trying to capitalize. Finding any sort of Prosto mistake, but those seem rare at this point. Damage has been done to these CT players, but they will remain alive. Still, Flash goes down, but Yakinda keeps himself alive for now. Beautiful shot. Maka through the box, but Flarich able to deny. It's just Maka that remains, and he makes it a one-on-one. Has to get the bomb down at least. 1-on-2, sorry. He will have enough time for the plant. But as the bomb goes down, Flarich is already on that push. Knocks him out, but makes it a one-on-one. Ivan there to finish off with a very quick trade, though. 14 to 10. Prosto get another round here on the CT side. Greedy Max having to force up to try and deny Prosto getting match point. Maka onto the AWP. Did spot the head there as well. Still, fast play into that sort of short angle. Ivan is able to find the first kill onto Jinx. Needs the support from the rest of his team, and Flarich able to do so. Does get traded back as the bomb is dropped on the site. Fearoth able to shut down Ivan in return. Kenzor finds one, but Flarich able to deny. Just David P remaining. Not sure of his position just yet. Did Yakinda hear him drop? Oh, he didn't, but he knows the location. Able to move position, though, as he pushes up towards short. David P, you'd count him to win this one here, considering the HP. But as he peeks into the Molotov, he finds that headshot. If only Flarich had crouched, he would have been right there to win the round. But Prosto giving up an 11th to 3D Max, and their money's not the strongest here on the CT side. We do see a tactical pause. Most likely by Prosto here. And still, the CT side 1 round away from match point. 2 away from winning 3D Max's map pick. But they will take the full eco round, which for me is a smart idea, considering they can guarantee a lot of economy into the next round. Ivan has already been forced back. Will be spotted and shut down by Jinx, though. Should be a fast play by 3D Max toward the A bomb site here, considering they know that pistols are now in the Prosto hands. Veeroth finding himself too. Kinder will trade back, but especially in a 4-on-2, this round should already be over. Good positioning by 3D Max, making sure there can't be any sort of late pushes up through short. AVP might even walk into Kenzor here, which could be unfortunate. Oh, but he might just look away at the wrong time. But with having more HP and a lesser weapon on Kenzor, he will just find the kill. Yikinda left in a 1-on-4. 3D Max will not want him saving that AK. Jinx right now looking the most likely to even finish him off. And there you go, 14-12. 3D Max getting one more round here on the T side. Prosto now back into their buy round. Ivan gifted the AWP. But still, Prosto one round away from match point. 3D Max trying to be on the comeback. Maka already tagged it down to 58. Ooh, Kenzor, was his shoulder spotted there? I'm not sure whether it was. He is able to at least find the first frag, a second, and so much damage done to a third. That is not a good start for 3D Max in the round here. Taking a little bit of Molotov damage. Larich and Hadji in a little battle of their own towards A long, but little do they know they're both behind smoke. Do like the position of Ivan, though. Has a little gap through that smoke as well, depending on his resolution. Molotov will burn him quite heavily. Has to be careful there. Well, they do not want to challenge just yet. 40 seconds on the clock. 3D Max potentially even considering a B rotation. As Hadji just backs away. Still, Ivan, they've wasted a lot of utility, but still have so many Molotovs left. Hadji takes out Flarich towards A long. Ivan able to reposition, though. Has to push toward the site as well, but he drops it. All he has to do now is remain alive, and Hadji is not going to push this. Yikin knows where he is, but 15-12. Prosto guarantee at least overtime here, and look to close out this first map. 3D Max having to force as well, as the money hardly in the best of positions here. CT side. Just one round away from completion. And again, such a great grenade. Jinx through the smoke. Yikinda able to find the initial kill. 2 trades made, though. The rotations come through toward this B bomb site. 3D Max Have to take every opportunity as it comes. Prosto might even go on the save. Money is not the greatest. They would rather guarantee the weapons in the next round. Bomb is down. But they'll sacrifice the round to 3D Max just in case they were to lose this. And, you know, skip the retake. Still, 3D Max. Still 15-13. Getting themselves another round to push this closer to overtime. Still, Prosto being able to guarantee a buy round for the fact that they saved the weapons in the previous one. Still, Fearoff already spotting out players. Kenzor shut down already. Is Def able to trade one? Maka and Fearoff, they both do the same. Maka wants more and Flarich is all that remains. As that bomb goes down, he has been spotted. I doubt he'll survive for much longer. Tagged down to 60. Unlucky not to land the frag there, but Maka already trying to finish him off. He'll get taken out in the process, but he's down to 39 points of health. And David P is there to finish. 15-14. The money of Prosto is not there for this final round. We might just be heading to OT. And this could be where 3D Max can really capitalize. Prosto have such a limited buy round. UMP, a scout, and already a man down. Hadji finds the first kill on to Flarich. Takes out the UMP from the round. Already a big disadvantage on the CT side. In such a close map, and rightly so, it was an 8-7 half. Sort of unheard of on Dust2. Where it's majorly T-sided. Yakinda will at least trade one kill back. David P toward T-spawn. If he dies, then everything will be back even. Tries to land the shot, but does get finished off. Final two players for Prosto up toward this A-short position. But even so, Def and Ivan, all that remain. Maka spotted every single player. Rushing up A-long. Def finds the first. Gets himself a second as well. This looks possible. Running out of ammo, but he takes out Hadji. Oh dear, luckily David P able to keep it alive. That got so risky for 3D Max there. If he would have won that, if Def would have won that, that would have been absolutely insane. But luckily, he keeps himself alive in the game. David P closes it out. We will be heading into overtime. And as this overtime gets underway, MR3, $16,000 if you don't know how overtime works. Then we have 3 rounds per half. Each team is back to $16,000. The first team to win 4 rounds in a set of overtime and get to 19 will be the victor. If that doesn't happen, if it's a tie, we go into double overtime. We do the same until a single team wins 4 rounds in at least one of these. So 3D Max, I'd favor them at this point, considering they've made a nice little comeback to actually secure overtime. Minus, of course, Def's little Deagle outing, which was nearly what lost 3D Max the game. Still 3D Max here. Heading toward the B bomb site, Yakinda is primed and ready with an AUG. Flash straight through the smoke with a beautiful spam. Great damage done. Rotation has to be made as Kenzor able to finish off Maka. 4 on 3. 100 points of health. Was on every single player, but Kenzor has been tagged. Ivan to find a kill of his own. And as that bomb is tapped, Hadji looking to go for the defuse. Fearoth does have the AWP in hand. Flash is beautiful though, and into a 1-on-4. Kenzor there to finish. Prosto finding the first round of overtime here, 16-5. No, 16-15 as they take the first round. Still, every single player on every single team here will be able to have economy for every single round, which is great because it shows the true rounds rather than, you know, it's one team being on an eco or having a low buy, something like that. You can see every team at their best with the weapons of their choice. So we do have a little bit of a tech issue though. But it should be resolved fairly soon. But even so, .3D Max on this T side will need at least, I'd say, 1 or 2 rounds to guarantee safety. If Prosto win all 3 here in overtime, then oh boy, that CT side will be difficult for 3D Max. Second map here in this best of 3 will be Nuke, picked by Prosto. I think they've actually made a very valid pick going with Nuke, because with the new additions in this 3D Max team, Fearoth and Hadji, there won't be that sort of team play there which Nuke requires. So, it'll be interesting to see how they do fare up on that map. Even so, game is now live once again, 16-15. Nice little early nade by Yakinda, deals some initial damage. Once again, 3D Max are going to focus toward this B bomb site. Kenzor able to find not only 1 but 2 frags to open things up. Yakinda finished off by Maka. Ivan picked off Jinx. It's into a 3-on-2 very early in the round. We do see a big flank being made by Flarich. 2 players inside of middle though. Still, they will smoke off this tunnel area, which does give a great position for Flaric, because now tunnel is smoked, they'd expect no one to be coming from it. But Flaric definitely is. He finds the first, locates the second, and is able to finish off the round. 17-15. Pro2 finding themselves 2 great rounds here in overtime. That smoke play was actually more genius than you'd read into. Because the smoke was thrown, it would appear that Pro2 believe that someone is in tunnels. So the attention gets drawn away, but Flaric is just able to shift right through it. Yes, there's an aspect of luck about it, that players weren't looking in that direction, but why would they need to? Because it's already smoked off, and you don't expect a CT to come through their own smoke in overtime on a 16-15 position. It was just a really beautiful play. Yakinda even picking up an auto sniper here, as Pro2 look to win all 3 rounds in overtime. Maka was spotted by Kenzor. He's been a very good AWP so far. Might have a chance to shine again here as Maka. Oh, the angle just looks away from him, but he spots out the first player. How has he actually been able to find that frag? It was a beautiful flick. Flash through the smoke, and it does force the player back. But Yakinda about to strike straight through the smoke. Damage done, but he will get shut down. Kenzor again to find a return frag. Spam through the door, and he takes out one more. Maka denies once again. The flank from Flaric being made once more. Bomb goes down. Pro2 looking to make this 18. Although David P, is he in the right position as he walks on through? Yes, he is. No smoke this time on the 3D Max side. David P and Maka clean things up. 17-16. They at least secured a first round here in the overtime. As we get things live once again. Pro2 needing 2 rounds to close it out. 3D Max needing all 3. And with that being said, as overtime half number 2 is about to get underway. Surprising that Pro2's auto sniper didn't actually do more damage. I think Yakinda was getting ready to spam through that smoke, but Hadji was able to pick him off just in time. Because I think another shot fired, and I think 2 players would have been dead. They were lined up. But even so, Pro2 now on their T side. This is where it does get interesting. No one is safe right now. I do like this play from Kenzor, though. Straight into lower CT and already finding an initial frag. That is a beautiful play. A sort of just a touch of pace has really sort of put them off guard, but even so, 3D Max able to keep alive for now. Forcing Fearoth out of position, but Yakinda in a 1-on-2. Already being pushed through the window. He isolates the players into a 1-on-1. Hadji has lesser HP, but even an AWP is much better in this situation. Taking his time, though, as he goes for the plant. Hadji trying to guarantee a better angle here. Yakinda. Oh, is he going to go for the peek? He spots the barrel. Taps away, and now he knows. As he tries to reposition Hadji. Next peek he takes. Yakinda is right there. 19 rounds. Definitely attainable here by Pro2. Match point on the T side to take this first map here on Dust2. Prosto again, turning up the pace. And it does work out as Flarich able to eliminate once again. Maka on the edge of the smoke. Repositions, grabs himself an M4. He's being spammed through the box as well. Gets himself a great angle, but Kenzor able to capitalize. This is where it gets incredibly tough right now for this CT side. Def shuts out Jinx, and it's surely all over. Just Fearoth that remains in a 1v4. Bomb will be planted. And with such a difficult task at hand, Flarich there to finish. 16-9. 19-16, ignore that. Prosto find the first map. And as we go into the second, it is going to be Nuke here for our second map. So, make sure to join us in around 10 minutes time for the start of the second map, where we will see Prosto and 3D Max battle it out once again to see if we go to a third and final map, or whether Prosto will end it 2-0.